Hey Virgos, welcome to May 2019. I hope you guys are doing well. So as I was shuffling for you guys, got some pain in my left shoulder. So shoulder represents your responsibilities, taking on the weight of the world, and then the left side is feminine. So there is a feminine energy in your life that's really, hindering your ability to kind of feel weightless, to feel like you don't have a lot of responsibilities. So this is a card that popped up. Not sure who this is in your guys' life. It's a female water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, female energy, very emotional, very sensitive. You're taking a lot of their weight on. Okay. So it could also be their moon sign, but you're taking on a lot of their weight and they're just not nurturing you in the way that you need to be nurtured right now. So it might be time, I know it's so much easier said than done, but it might be time to kind of just give this person their space, because I think that you need distance in order for them to see the impact that you do, and how much work and responsibility you actually put into your relationship with them. You kind of need to let go and kind of stop enabling them in order for them to be like, wow, I've been taking Virgo for granted. I've been taking you way for granted. You guys are incredible. Like, I love the Virgos in my life, but this one particular Queen of Cups is draining a lot of your energy, in kind of a negative way. And it's mainly because of your sense of responsibility to them. Okay. So Virgo, May 2019 is about a partnership, a relationship. Okay. And you're waiting for some sort of message when it comes to this partner. You want them to give you the message. You want them to, give you a sign. You want the message to come in. And that's what's really messing up anything going on in your relationship with them, because you're waiting for something and they sense that pressure. You sense that pressure. You're waiting for a sign, and it's really hindering their relationship. The reason why you're waiting so intently and kind of like subliminally pushing pressure on them for this message is because of a past relationship. Okay. There's some negativity when it comes to a partnership, when it comes to relationships in general, whether it's coming from a parent, whether it's coming from this Queen of Cups, whether it's coming from a past relationship. And that's why you're waiting for this sign, because in this past relationship, Virgo, excuse me, you didn't create the change on your own. You know what I mean? You didn't just express that you're waiting for that you want this message, that you want them to do this. You kind of just subliminally put the pressure on them and they just kind of dissipated underneath it. So this is really a month to just vocalize, to verbalize, to stand in your power, stand on your own 2 feet and be like, this is what I want. You're thinking that if you do that, you're going to break your heart. You're thinking if you do that, it's going to be disastrous. I'm telling you right now, if you're thinking that that's going to be the outcome, you're right. So you want to change your thoughts and your feelings surrounding it. And you do that by getting clear about the reason why. When was the last time you spoke your truth? When was the last time you said, from a partner, from somebody in your life, this is what I expect from you, this is what I want from you, and it completely backfired? That's not going to be a blueprint going forward. You can just use that as a catapult for change to say, yeah, that happened in the past because I wasn't ready, or because I was forceful, or because I didn't have faith. Now you can actually say, I'm doing it from a powerful stance, saying, this is what I require to be happy. This is what I want. And you can do this, instead of just expecting people to be mind readers, right? Like, Virgos do absolutely the most for the people that they care about, especially Moon and Virgo. I have so many Moon and Virgos in my life. I just sit on the freaking couch and get served. And I'm like, it wasn't until I started getting more like aware where I'm like, this is wrong. Like, I'm gaining weight. I'm a fat, lazy slob because you guys are enabling me. And who's going to turn that down? Who's going to say, no, don't serve me, right? Like, so if you're finding that the people in your life are taking advantage of your service, it's time to just express that and be like, I'm cutting you off. Subconsciously, you want to take a risk. Subconsciously, you want to take a leap of faith. If this is in your subconscious, Virgo, you are going to manifest it. So be prepared. Put your helmet on, put your parachute on. There's going to be a huge opportunity to take a risk, okay? And I think that you want to take a risk, but you're worried about what your partner is going to say or do, or if it's going to affect the relationship, or maybe the risk is within the relationship. Like I said, this is stemming just from a past abuse. It has nothing, I shouldn't say it has nothing to do with your partner, but it's stemming from a past experience. It's not the reality of this relationship, okay? This is where you guys are at right now, Virgo. Worries about finances, worries about kind of being left out in the cold. I think the thing with the Virgo is that because you guys serve others, it's hard to get that service back and to want that service back. Especially if you have your Venus in Virgo. For the people that you love, you want to serve them, but it's very uncomfortable asking for that service in return. So if you've ever watched Downton Abbey, right? Like when you think of Bates, he's like the main servant and he does absolutely everything for everybody. But when he's having his down days, he's in his quarters crying. He's not asking for help. He's not asking for people to service him. He actually continued to serve as a way to distract him from his emotional upsets, right? So this is really a time, Virgo, to say, okay, I've literally depleted my power helping other people. So I now need that in return. You shouldn't be feeling like this because you put so much power out there. It should be coming back threefold. But if you find that the power that you're putting out there is out of a sense of obligation, it's not going to come back, right? It's going to be too negative and dense to come back in a positive way. So it's just going to come back as more guilt and obligation and feeling like you have to do something. So if you want to continue to serve and do things for the people that you care about, which is absolutely great, make sure that you're doing it with the proper intention, knowing that, okay, I'm doing this out of love because I care about the people in my life. So you're doing it as a way to kind of embrace that energy instead of saying it's an obligation. Family and friends are waiting for you to move on from something. They want you to move on from something, especially emotionally. But it's causing a lot of inner chaos that will manifest outwardly quite soon. Hope and fear is to transform, is to kind of kill your old self and to transform into a new you. You hope for it, but you fear it as well. So be cognizant of that because the risks that you do take will create a very, very intense change for you. So be prepared. The outcome, Virgo, is that you're going to keep thinking that if you were to just express your true feelings to your partner about what your wants and needs are, you're going to be heartbroken. And you're going to keep thinking that. And that's going to cause you to just move on emotionally, to say, you know what? No. And when I say move on emotionally, that leads you to this King of Swords that's been constant, masculine air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Heartbreak leads to you moving on. I got to go get the baby. Love you guys so much. Hope you have an amazing May. As always, if you want a personalized reading, my details are below. I use astrology and numerology on my readings. I hope you have an amazing May, and I will see you next month, Virgo. Bye, guys.